Net migration to Australia surged 26.3% in 2023. Over 7.5 lakh people immigrated, while just about 2 lakh left. In FY23, the country granted almost 6 lakh student visas. Australia is one of the world's largest international student markets, hosting over 7 lakh international students. Foreign students contributed over $28 billion to Australian universities and vocational training centers in 2023. In fact, the Australian government had pushed to attract more workers to cope with the labour shortage during the pandemic. Now, the country is seeing record levels of migration, and this is leading to skyrocketing house rental prices. So now they want to reduce the overall migration to pre-pandemic levels. And for this, Australia is set to cap the number of new international students that it accepts starting in 2025. This means that even those who are preparing to go there in the February batch will be impacted. A large number of them will be Indians because Australia is the fourth most popular destination for Indian students studying abroad after Canada, the US and UK. In fact, the highest number of foreign students who study in Australia and then stay back are Indians, followed by Chinese. Now, the Australian Education Minister has said that the number of new international student numbers for university, higher education and vocational training will be limited to 270,000 in 2025. In 2022, the numbers were capped at 5.10 lakh. In 2023, it was 3.75 lakh. And now it's been reduced much further. With this cap, the number of international students starting courses in 2025 will be the same as before the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, Australia will actually give a number restriction on every higher education institution. The quotas will be distributed first country-wise and then state-wise. There have even been split in terms of courses. Only 1,45,000 new foreign students will be admitted into universities, 30,000 will be admitted for other higher education providers, and just 95,000 for vocational education and training. So this cap will hit vocational courses the hardest because while the international student numbers in universities is 10% higher than pre-COVID times, the students at vocational training centers is up a whopping 50%. So that's going to get reduced to almost half. Australia had earlier announced moves to curb migration, including doubling the visa fee for foreign students and closing loopholes that allowed them to stay indefinitely. This move has left much of the education sector in the country disappointed. However, the government remains adamant that this will result in a more sustainable foreign education sector in the country in the long term. The story in this sense is similar to Canada. The Trudeau government has also announced new curbs on temporary foreign workers programs. So from 26 September 2024, businesses will only be allowed to fill 10% of their workforce with low-wage foreign workers. This is down half from the previous curb of 20%. There also, the number of international student study permits had been capped as rental rates surged and so did cost of living and unemployment. With elections due in both these countries in 2025, migration is expected to be a significant issue. Polls have shown that Australian voters are concerned about large influxes of foreign students and workers, putting excess pressure on the housing market. So there's a chance that we may see more moves on this front ahead of the elections. Hope you enjoyed this video. For more such content, keep watching Mint.